Valentina. But speaking of the draft that we have so far, not just like the expectations that we will see on the ban list, I think that having the Lilia here for Team Burmese Ghouls actually serves a really good purpose, and that's Bruno being tied and being slowed down to the limit that he cannot actually survive without using a flicker at some point. So far, I would say that I actually kind of like Burmese Ghouls' first phase of drafting more.
Yeah, I like Geek Fams more, a bit more, because right now they're already nailing down in the gold lane department, and for Burmese Ghouls, right, this Lilia can't be the sole damage dealer. They need someone who can actually stand toe-to-toe against the Bruno. If they, let's say the Ixia here gets banned out, right, already banned out, they ban out the Claude as well, that is going to be really tough. What do they want to go for? They go for the Brody. We know that matchup. Yep. We know how, well, statistically, how bad it is.
Statistics.
It's weird because it's like, okay, they say it's 80% the Bruno, but theoretical, it's 50-50.
And Super Marco kind of played with those numbers.
Yeah, but he's Super Marco.
Super Marco.
He has super in his name, so it's like already, he's different, man.
Like the Brody is a good choice if really your game plan is, okay, we want to play from a distance, want to get the marks off. The problem with it is you're working against a Valentina, you're working against a lot of probably usage once again with a Kai, like heavy spin, sandwich plays, playing under the turret, things like that. Brody, you got to be able to move around really well and then be protected, right? The problem with that is there's the Minotaur ban, so relatively your options for gold lane are pretty small. We might see a Claude here though, if they actually decide to go that route.
Yeah, I think a Claude will make a lot of sense here, but also we might see a Tigreal since Team Burmese Ghouls actually banned the Diggy. So maybe we'll see a Tigreal, maybe even not a Terizla, maybe a Terizla on the side of Team Geek Fam.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, it's so tough right now for Burmese Ghouls because if they pick up a Claude, this is going to be two losing lanes, right? They've already revealed the glue. They'll pick up a Claude into the Bruno matchup. That's what they do anyways, because Claude is the safest pick here. If you go Beatrix, you get bullied even harder. Yeah. And now Geek Fam can close out their draft with a Terizla, which is going to be great. And for the Roamer, that's the question I have. Do they want to go for something like a Rafaela? Technically, I guess this kind of team, if you are able to outmaneuver and heal, and just bait out the skills, you're going to be good.
Yeah. That's why I think, Claude's a great, like when there's nothing left on the table, part of it's like, okay, at least Claude has BMI. So you can at least try to juke things out, right? Bait some of these ultimate, survive the best you can. But if you pair it up with a roam, like you mentioned, whether that be the Rafaela or not, it kind of adds to that survivability, right? So we'll see exactly what they're planning, but that's interesting. The Arla and the Lapu Lapu pickup for Geek Fam.
Heavy emphasis on anti-CC, bro.
Yeah.
For me, Arlott has been here for the longest time, so it's not a surprise to me at least. But in this match particularly, we will see him play in the room. And for Luke, for Marky, sorry, because they switch a lot of roles there. So for Marky, playing on the Akai can actually help him so much with the Retribution battles. And so far, I think that the damage output from Team Burmese Ghouls is equal when it comes to magical and physical. I don't know. This is a Beloyski specially, but it's for Team Burmese Ghouls.
This is a Blink X special, right? I mean, like, this is a hero he loves.
Yeah.
So
he does. He really loves that Ruby, huh?
Yeah. Now, does it work all the time? Sometimes.
Sometimes.
You saw the win rate. It's not that great, but for the lineup-wise, maybe you can delve into this a little bit more, Yasu. How do you feel about these lineups here?
I'm not feeling comfortable. That's something. Because I'm seeing really, I would say, a variety of combinations from both teams that we haven't seen played at the same team before. Like if we are talking about Team Burmese Ghouls having Blue as well as the Ruby, I haven't seen that combo together, and also the Guinevere with, I think that everything for Team Burmese Ghouls actually disturbs me, but yet it feels somehow really good.
Okay.
Well, we're going to find out here. Once again, if it feels great or not, or uncomfortable or not, we're going to load up into the Land of Dawn. Game 2 here. Geek Fam and Burmese Ghouls. Can the series be evened out 1-1? Or will Geek Fam continue on here with the lineup they have. Marky, you know, the question was, what kind of jungler is Marky gonna be? The fact that a lot of people watching right now have not seen him jungle at all. If you look at game one, he did all right, right? But it's kind of safe. He's playing safe. He's playing the safe heroes. Go and focus on the utility and work around that. Look at this pressure already in the bottom side. Burmese Ghouls.
Already a sprint from Stitch committed down, and he's walking up even without the sprint. Gonna get poked down real good by Chidera on this Bruno, and this is what you expect the matchup to look like, man.
Yeah.
The sprint actually, it's a really good spell by Baloyski.
Wow. Remember, 7 death power spike. He needs to look for it. Blink X taking low. Chidera dealing a lot of damage. My goodness gracious. On that Neymar skin, too.
Yeah.
That's so early to deal such damage, to be honest, but Chidera seems to know how to pull that off. But again, the sprint is really good on the Claude, but yeah, I think that there's a lot of crowd control there from the side of Team Geek fam. At some point, I think that he will struggle a little bit having that the sprint instead of the Purify. But anyways, let's go and have a look at the in-game equipments, and for Claude, he goes for the steel pants and he will take some of that damage. He's going for a safer approach, even also with the... that was so fast.
In the mid lane, but Nico's gonna be pinned down, and this might be a trade. 1-for-1, Marky picks up the kill, and it's a trade, an exchange.
Good lockdown, right? Marky also getting on the board alongside Nico. So Turtle now up. Both junglers will make their way there, but the teams here also still trying to get these level 4s available. Shadow's now got his. Luke gonna get in position as well. This is really gonna be crucial here. Blink not having that I'm offended just yet. We'll have to just kind of engage here the way he sees fit. But right now, go for it.
Shadow.
It's a 4-man slam, pass, but Shadow's the one who gets taken low. It's a good split over. Luke with the Brave Spider to the back line as well. Nico versus Marky. Who's it gonna be? Nico able to dodge away from the flicker stun combo. He pops in a Requiem, but still gonna be terrifying. And the heavy spin with the help of the Vengeance takes him out. Marky picks up the turtle, and now it's Blink X against the world. Baloyski. We won't need a 0-7 power spike to Dara in the bottom lane. Might get solo killed. One shot. Stitch has done it. Solo kill in the gold lane.
The moves, the BMI. Stitch able to pull through on that. Shadow.
Traded in, a solo kill down below, a solo kill up top as well.
What is happening already? I mean, looking at these two teams, you're not expecting this much action going back and forth, but I guess so. 1.5K ahead now for Geek fam. Able to secure that turtle earlier as well, and the double kill going over to Baloyski this time.
Final slash, but he's just finding his way out. But speaking about what happened in the last team fight, I would say that Nico overcommitted to that turtle. He lost his life literally for it.
And now it's Chidera again who loses his life. This time in the bottom lane. Nico picks the kill up, and Stitch on the Claude. He's happy, man. He's getting a lot of gold.
That's, you know, at this point, Chidera being 0-2 right now this early on. Again, this is a Bruno pick against this Claude. It's tough, right? Tough early game already. So real quick, in-game items. How's it going here, Yasu?
It's going for, again, for the Claude. There is a team fight.
All right, Blink X, very, very low. They're trying to get him out of here, but Chidera, with the help of Marky and Baloy, will get him down. Baloyski will an aggressive Vengeance to eat up a few good hits from the turret there, just soaking in. He wants to get the sandbag trade.
Hey man, he's got tenacity, he's got the brave smite, and he's got firmness. Like, he's all right. Plus he's got 3 kills.
Yeah.
He is stacked right now.
He's a big boy.
He is a big boy. Definitely going. He doesn't need those deaths for this power spike this time around. Shadow, though, should be fine from this.
Wait. It's going to happen again. Shadow flickers out to safety. And now on the bottom side, Geek fam setting up for the turtle. It's going to be the second turtle of the game. A boy doing a good job at screening. Trying to zone everybody away. Lina going to be engaged on, forcing the black shoes out very early. Final slash. Not connecting. Baloy needs to get rid of Nico. Spatial migration. Even the Violet Requiem really used up. They're going to concede the turtle, only going for that kill. Marky jumps into the back and Stitch as well, but it's going to be the retribution that finds it. Oh, it's Luke with a stun and a flicker. Shadow split. Now mounting a boy. looking for a playback, but a boy still has the black shoes. He's all good. Shadow might be in trouble now.
Doesn't have flicker.
1v3, no flicker. That's a glue. That's super squishy.
He is gone.
That wasn't a trade, not at all. Taking both team fights and also the turtle
Chidera.
for Team Geek fam, and not just that, the scenario didn't look like, oh my god.
Sliding tackle to the front, Chidera versus 2. And it is Chidera who falls again 3 times in this game.
Beloyski and Chidera just have kind of swapped experiences for now, right? Beloyski's like, you know what, I got it for now. Chidera, you will get to a point where you need to be. Because even looking at the gold, he's doing all right farming. It's nearly identical against, Stitch.
Well, I don't think that this was the scenario that we were looking for down in the bot lane, especially after the early game advantage that Beloyski gave Sajero, but yet it seems like Stitch found his way up and found his way to not just do really good on the bot lane, but also to make a split push up on the top lane.
I get it now.
What?
It's not Beloyski, it's Geek fam. They need someone to get that death power spike. Blink X with a good I'm offended onto Beloyski, but again, that's just the roamer who's still going to be able to outplay it with a final slash, with a vengeance, sustaining back up, and Chidera is free hitting. My goodness, he stays alive in that skirmish.
Oh, they want to put the pressure here. Marky in position. See if a boy actually joins us as well. But it looks like they may just call it off. So what you're saying here, Mirko, is
someone needs to hit that power spike.
Someone's got
that power spike, and it's Chidera now.
It's Chidera. 0-3. He's looking to increase his power level at the mid to late game.
That's the Geek fan power level scaling.
Yep.
0-7.
That's the
at
Geek
some
way.
point. At some point, 0-7.
Shadow might beat him to it though.
0-7 is a little bit too much though, Yasu.
For a marksman, yeah.
Oh,
okay. They are now trying to walk around that turtle, but oh, Nico's overcommitting.
wait, Shadow, slam pass. Chidera still able to use that worldie to back Shadow off. The split is not going to be used up to completely go away. Luke already flanking. It's Beloyski who's the choice for Shadow. Blink X is going to be terrified, locked very, very low already. Luke wants to go for the kill. Bravest Fighter. Luke with a flicker as well, now diving in deep for the roamer. Stitch rotating as well. BMI defensively, a boy caught in the glooms, pops into black shoes. Lina forced to back away as well, and they've done enough damage to the Burmese Ghouls. What a chaotic yet beautifully coordinated fight.
Very chaotic, and with that, Geek fam gonna secure the 3rd turtle of the game.
And an orange buff, I think.
And the orange buff. Putting pressure here. It's gonna even stop Nico.
Wait a minute.
Luke. It's a split. Okay. Oh, he's gonna get pulled though.
Oh, he's ulted.
Oh.
Pulled back under the base turret. Luke, very low, gets some HP from the minions. He's all good, man. He says, Glue, you're out of the meta for a reason. And now another one comes in with a Violent Requiem. Luke very, very low. He finally dies. That's the punishment, bro. You can't do that for too long.
Oh, and with that happening, we just saw the first turret of the game go down for Team Geek fam, but down there in the bot lane, Stitch is just forming left and right in the mid lane and also in the bot lane. Gold earned. Oh, it's a kill for it. Oh, it's a Stitch. Nah, he goes back.
Beloyski though, he's been doing this multiple times, so still, a boy gonna be just fine with that. Geek fam, looking at it, now they've got the 3K lead. They had all 3 turtles in their favor. A lot of the fights were quite chaotic though. So Burmese Ghouls, in a way, they're trying to make this work. They're trying to make this lineup work, right? The golden staff being picked up here now for Stitch. This is where you get to a point, okay, Lord's gonna be up here. We gotta get some space to work around with. We have no turrets just yet. That's why you see them putting some pressure here. Uh-oh.
Aggressive maneuvers by Luke. Gets the stun down.
Oh.
Final cancel. Final slash on a Stitch. The Bravest Fighter slash is not connecting, and Luke has just given his life away. Stitch picks up the kill. Now it's Beloyski,
Nico,
who jumps back in with a vengeance, dodging away from the spatial migration. Marky chooses to back away. And now it's a boy who's rotating over from the mid lane to try to help his comrades in the bottom side of the map. But the Burmese Ghouls will just take a free turret in the bottom lane.
Yeah, they do work. They get the turret. All this 10 seconds away from the Lord now. So at least they get a little bit of space to work with. And that's the thing, right? Whenever you have the Claude, you can always continue to put pressure on these side lanes if you want to. That is a factor for a lot of these team fights going on, especially as you get to the later Lords. So right now, that it's spawned Geek fam in position. Gold lead was whittled down a little bit here by the Burmese Ghouls. We'll see how they play around this. A boy also holding onto the black shoes here. That's the choice of ultimate. So right now, still going to be fighting Luke though.
1v2 on the bottom side, trying to distract right now. Shadow jumping in on the Jadera. Good worldie by Jadera to peel away from Shadow. Split, but he's still going to be chasing, and he mounts Marky up. Heavy spin already used up. Blink X looking for the play right now as Nico jumps in and finds the kill on the Marky. Who's going to get it? It should be Nico, and it is going to be Nico. A boy pops into black shoes against the world right now with a good Terrified. Disengages from the skirmish, but the Gloom's following through. Shadow with a slap pass. For the Jadera and Luke against the world. Jadera on HP. Luke. Bravest Spider. Stitch
Nico
trying to go for
it.
Finds a stun, and it's going to be a boy who capitalizes with the help of Jadera. One last shot from Shadow, who's still mounting on Luke. Jadera has hit his power spike.
Luke saving the day there, turning things around. What a play. What a response from Geek fam, but they got to deal with this Lord now. Burmese Ghouls, this is looking a lot like the previous game. We're getting to the point where it's the back and forth.
At some point, I actually didn't know how would Team Geek fam balance what just happened, but it seems like the answer was simply Luke. And looking at that, Team Geek fam, I don't know how actually did they recover. Luke was the solution for me, but looking here at the itemization from both teams, the thing that catches my eyes is that Lilia already on her third items, having the glowing one and also the Ice Queen one that can actually make the slowdown effect much more annoying for Team Geek fam, and even Shadow with his itemization, taking the Molten Essence, working with the gold that he has, and dealing the actual, remarkable damage, but he's in the air right now, Marky.
Missing the final slash as well. Both these teams decide to disengage for now.
Yeah, they're going to have to respect it once again. Shadow going to be the front line here, but will pop the split. Still, both teams going to disengage. Again, nothing really worth fighting for right now. We're still more than a minute away from the Lord. But right now, it looks like Geek fam wants to try to go ahead and convert some of these turrets, right? Get some more space to work with. They get the next one here in the bottom side. Eyes set on the tier 2 on the bottom lane. Still Stitch, top side, putting pressure there where he can, trying to clear things out. But right now, Geek fam just finding these small windows where they can get the space to work with against Burmese Ghouls, leading into this second Lord here.
Yeah.
Taking real quick damage dealt though. You can already see it on this list. Stitch up there alongside a boy and Luke.
Whoa.
Speaking of Stitch, he's gone.
What was he doing?
I'm not sure why he was there.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
He came from the top side again. He was clearing that up. Maybe not expecting.
Maybe he relied on Dexter way too much, just to go back to his second skill. Oh, nice final slash.
He baits out the black shoes alone. That's Beloyski, and now Blink X is going to be stunned up by Luke's big blade right there. A boy could dash out of the spatial migration. Now Shadow gets knocked up, and Jadera picks up everything. He went from gold lane to hyper carry real quick.
He's getting to that. He doesn't need the 6 deaths, right? But he's getting to that point where he is online now. Still going to be fighting for it, though.
Beloyski.
No black shoes on Lena this time around, and the final slash connecting on the 2. Now a boy forces the black shoes by himself. It's going to be the blazing duet by Stitch onto the back. A boy will fall to Stitch. A great BMI back as well.
Kadira
doing the same thing. Onto Nico, finding the kill. And it's a big shutdown. Meanwhile, Luke against the world. 1v3, distracting everyone. Given time for Mark getting up for the retribution as Luke jumps in forward once again with Beloy. Stunning Blink X down. One more hit is all they need. I'm offended by Blink X, but the big ball to the face by Jadera.
What a fight. Again, Stitch with a great entry for the Blazing Duet, but unfortunately, Luke and Beloyski keeping Burmese Ghouls at bay for the majority of that fight. For Geek fam to secure the Lord and now get to the point of knocking on the base of Burmese Ghouls.
This guy, Luke. Look at him. He might have been a bit too much that he could chew.
Look at him.
And he does. And now this might be actually very disastrous for Geek fam. Pops the heavy spin. Trying to run away. Slap, pass, locking him down. Shadow picks up the kill in the bottom lane.
I actually do love Shadow's selections when he goes and takes someone out from the team fight, remembering that Lord up there in the top lane where he targeted Marky and not Kadera, even though he had a full stack on Kadera. And right now, he knows the targets that he needs to take down for Team Burmese Ghouls. He's doing a remarkable job, but who's also doing a remarkable job here in terms of when it comes to balancing things off is Luke. Luke, as you said, Mirko, he is one against the world.
With that, we come to a stalemate once again, leading into the next objective, a minute and a half away. Burmese Ghouls, though, given everything that's happened, relatively, they just lose that bottom turret, right?
Yeah.
And with that,
oh,
five-man collapse onto Beloyski. Only the immortality can pop here. Luke jumps in with the Bravest Spider. Oh, it's going to be Shadows traded in. 1-for-1 so far in the skirmish. Marky waiting in that bush for a moment to strike. It's an XP lane for a roam. So is it still worth it for Geek Fam?
well, Kadera right now, I would say it was worth it for Geek Fam because Kadera reached his power spike, as you guys said, not in terms of dying, but in terms of actually dealing some damage. So this was the test for me to see if Geek Fam have the damage output needed to take Burmese Ghouls down, and I can assure you that they have it by now. But the crowd control and also the melting, did you see how much damage was dealt to Marky? That's the work of the Divine Glaive there from the Lilia.
Yeah, that damage hurts, right? You gotta respect it. Lena's done an outstanding job so far on this Lilia pick. Hasn't died yet. Played really well with the black shoes utilization, and then everything else. You can often see, damage dealt. Stitch and Lena leading that, and that's kind of what's happening here in a lot of these fights. So what's transpiring is the fact that Geek Fam has to respect the amount of damage coming out from Burmese Ghouls lineup, even like that, right? Black shoes. Avoiding that follow-up from the Final Slash, but still, Final Slash not going to be available just yet as this Lord comes up here. Does Burmese Ghouls actually want to do something? Conceal, though.
They want to look for something, but they're not able to find it, nice though.
Forcing them out. Now, once again, getting in position. Burmese Ghouls, they have all the ultimates available for them. So do Geek Fam. Which team, though, will decide to go?
Final Slash, only onto the Roamer. Blink X taken low. I'm offended. Finding two into the spatial migration and the Requiem. A good heavy spin, and Chidera is able to pop the Win of Nature in time. A boy in the back, Chidera kiting away for his life. Shadow. Split, fully stacked, bringing Chidera back onto Lena. And that should be a kill over Marky and Chidera falling in the bottom side of the map. No! Beloyski saves Marky for a bit. He does fall in the end, but now it's going to be Beloyski against the world. Facial migration once again to knock him up, and it's only a boy left standing. The Burmese Ghouls have fought their way back into the game.
What a decisive fight there from Burmese Ghouls, flipping the table on top of Geek Fam, and now they're going down the mid.
Everything went upside down because Team Burmese Ghouls, they can actually go for that finish. It's not about the Lord. Do they have the time? I don't think they actually have the time to defend, but they go for the safer approach. They go back, they send their troops back to defend the inhibitor turrets and also to take that Lord. But let's have a really good take at what just happened in the map. I would tell you, definitely, Shadow, by bringing back Kadera to the hands of his own teammates, that's what I told you, a wise selection whenever it comes to selecting the member to take down. Not just that, he stunned Kadera with Marky using his first and second skill, and that what made Nico have a really good window to use his second skill and to bring everyone up in the air.
Yeah, again, you're looking at things just kind of unfold here. Completely flipping in favor of Burmese Ghouls. 4K ahead. They're going to go ahead and even out these waves and march in to the base of Geek Fam. Once again, you saw the damage unfold from the lineup of Burmese Ghouls. Do they want to push it in further? They can't just tunnel vision on this. They're going to go for it.
Pass by Shadow. A boy walking up front, getting a good Terrify in. Luke's still able to use the Bravest Fighter, and the Lord will be cleared out.
Wow.
Spatial migration and the Battle Requiem on the Super Chidera pops into Purify. Now with Nature as well. Bates and Stitch into the midst of it all. That's a Win of Nature pop by Stitch, but you can't Win of Nature magic damage. The boy does exactly that. Geek Fam find a pick to stay in the game and to hold Burmese Ghouls back.
Well, looking at this, Team Burmese Ghouls didn't have much to do actually at this point because they were distracted, I would say, by Geek Fam's movement. They were all around the map, and Team Geek Fam pulled off a really solid defense right there, using the damage coming from Kadera. And not just that, also we have seen them moving all in the mid lane, particularly because they knew that this is the only window that Team Burmese Ghouls actually have.
Luke gets pulled back by the I'm Offended. Has a break the spider. The final slash onto the back as well with the Page of Migration. And a Violent Requiem. Marky in the midst of it all. Chadera, what? Chadera falls in the team fight. Where was he even?
Shadow.
In the back. But it doesn't matter. Now it's Marky who's locked down by the Shadow. And Marky falls to the hands of an unstoppable Lina.
Long timers here. Still 60 seconds away from that Lord. Burmese Ghouls alongside Stitch set their eyes on the top side here. Questionable, where was Chadera? He got pulled in, he was displaced. He just was not where he wanted to be, so he's out of the picture for another 20 seconds. Marky for 30. They have to get ready for this defense. Still no objective to take, but right now Burmese Ghouls might just want to take this base turret to expose the base a little bit further of Geek Fam. As they do, that's taken care of, and they get ready for that next Lord take as they get in position.
Taking the turrets one by one, layer by layer. Team Burmese Ghouls are stepping towards the right path for them, but Team Geek Fam, with the crowd control they have, with the heroes, they have already done all the itemization. But I think that someone needs to tell Marky to complete the items because he have the gold, right? He does have the gold to complete the Cursed Helmet if he wants, and also he can go for an Athena or something. But anyways, let's jump back into the action here. I think that if there is an opening for Team Geek Fan, it will be with Beloyski and no one else but Beloyski.
Interestingly enough, not going to find the connection on that one, but positioning once again between both junglers.
Look at
here.
Shadow.
Gonna have to keep an eye on both sides. Shadow in position. Has constantly given Chadera a hard time here. Also the fact that now they're gonna have to work against this. Blink won't find I'm Offended there. Just checking that bush. So we'll see. Geek Fam still gonna put the pressure. Here, Shadow now joining the fight.
Slam, slam, pass, pass. Flickering to the back, but he doesn't find Chadera. Chadera's still going to be able to escape right now as Blink X flickers forward against the Don't Run Wolf King. Beloyski finding the same into the back with a vengeance. Now baiting in for Luke. Flicker forward with a stun only onto one member. Nico knocks two members up. Violent Requiem, not going to use up just yet. Chadera still free hitting in the back right now as Blink X tries to get closer to him. Gets a Don't Run Wolf King. Chadera losing immortality. Will he be able to dash out in time? He gets out. Nico with a knockup onto two. That slays Chadera. And now it's Luke once again. 1v4. This time it's Lina who melts him down before he can even do anything.
Living
My
on the
goodness.
edge. Wow.
The team fight prowess here from Burmese Ghouls just comes out swinging, and they might end the game here.
They should. It's only a boy and Marky versus the whole Burmese Ghouls. A boy trying to look for some cleaner. The spatial migration knocks him up with a Violent Requiem as well, and that has given Stitch enough room to free hit onto the base to equalize the series in game number 2.
A strong showing from the Burmese Ghouls coming out swinging in game 2. Evens out the series against Geek Fam. The tables, the pendulum, once again swinging back and forth. But the Burmese Ghouls pull out this one.
We have predicted a full series.